Welcome folks back to another rebuild. Today we're in France and we're going over to Marseille. Marseille have been pretty good over the past couple of seasons, finishing second and third respectively. However, this season they are some way off the pace and lying in 6th position in Ligue 1. So our task today is to get them, see if we can win them the championship, get ahead of PSG somehow, and win as many trophies as we can in the 5-year period that we are here. So a little bit of detail here then. Having enjoyed the greatest era in the 1990s, despite enduring a frustrating 11 years now without a trophy, boasting a total of 29 competition wins, the Champions League in 1993 and finishing runners-up once, winning the French top division 9 times and 13-time runners-up, and the last one being, I think it was 2010. It was indeed 2010, so it's been quite a while now, 13 years. So we're aiming to try and beat PSG somehow to that title once again. We have got £2 million in the transfer budget. Apparently we're rich. We'd like a bit more than £2 million then, please. But I'm not going to moan about it, and our wage budget is £1.2 million a week. Wow. The favoured formation 4-2-3-1. 2 DMs by looks of things. And the board wants to sign players under the age of 23, which is good, which is what we want to try and do, get the best players under 23, younger if we can, so we can nurture them. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, so for the future and the first team, which kind of might as well just said it in one go. Objectives: increase commercial revenue, work within the budget, and spend the original transfer budget. Okay, they want us to spend that money. Oh, that's kind of good. Tax purposes, I guess. I don't know. At the end of the season, they want us to qualify for the Champions League, be competitive in the Champions League, so I'm guessing we are in the Champions League, and reach the latter stages of the French Cup as well, and become recognised in the league as the best of the rest. So let's quickly look at our finances. We are, wow, £90 million. We'll ask for more budget then, please. Increase transfer budget revenue. Yes, please. Give us some more money then. £90 million. Have they got any debts? £156 million debt. Okay. And it looks like they've made 1 or 6 months payments, maybe. £3 million paid off. Wow, they've only just started it. 2047 is when it's going to be all paid off. Wow. Our staff, well, they look pretty stacked, so I'm not going to really touch it that much. We could do with some more scouts, though, to be fair. Currently, we are predicted to finish second. That'll do. At the moment, in real life, they are in 6th position, and they are about 13 points off PSG. So we're going to aim to try and do better than that, and obviously take the title off them as well. So let's have a look at our squad, though. If we go by ability, they seem to have an awful lot of good players, though. Some of the age of 30, which I'm not too worried about, as I found out in recent rebuilds. There is still a lot of life left, but if we replace them, we want to replace them with young, better potential players. So there's 3 on 30 already, 1 out on loan. I mean, to be honest, it's a relatively young side of Aubameyang. Okay, I mean, if he's here, if he's any good, then we'll use him. But it looks like he's one of the most expensive players, though, if we do it per wage. Yeah, he is, by some margin, actually. And Kondogbia, DM, again, another good player, but if we could replace him, we need somebody better as well. So if we go through some of the players then, so you've got Rongia, midfielder or DM. I'm wondering whether we should go straight off the bat and attack him. We have got a lot of DMs, but we've also got a lot of midfielders. See what we like winger-wise. Veretut, 30 years old, again, midfield, can play DM. Jonathan Klaus, right back. But he's 30 years old. He's reasonably quick, though, so why not use him, even if he's got about a year or so left on his contract. Kondogbia, 30 years old. Again, these players are really good, but they are going to need replacing eventually. Wittner, I do like as a striker. I think at 23 years old, shows a lot of promise. A couple of players out on loan. Wow, 21-year-old Enrique, left wing. When he comes back, we would definitely put him in there. Why would you not? Can play right as well. Up front, quite versatile. Mbemba, defender, 28 years old. Okay, so he can nurture some youngster next to him there, so that'd be good to have. Ndeye, another striker, can play cam. Might be use him as a cam though, possibly. Or have 2 up front maybe. A lot of young players though, to be honest. And to be fair, not a lot of players over the age of 30. We have got 5 which we'll need to replace. Aubameyang, I'm not a fan. Even when he was with Arsenal, I wasn't a real big fan of him. If we can offload him, that'll save us 150 grand a week. And if we can sell him for something, that'd be even better. Let's have a look at our second team, see what they've got to pull in. 29-year-old fullback Amavi. Why is he doing in the second team? Just get rid of him. Just offload him. There is no point hanging on to him if he's not fit for the first team. He's a fringe player at best. Emran Soglo. Okay, very high potential there. Winger, midfield, and Caprice. Not the model. Left back. Again, high potential. Pretty quick, actually. And our under-19s. The other one there is Sterno. He's a forward. Finishing. I mean, it's not bad though. Go in if you can get out on loan. Could do fluid counter attack, and we've got the speed in the players that we can use, so why not use them? But I'm thinking that particular formation, 2 DMs. We have got a cam player that we can utilise. Midfielders as well. Maybe we just push them up and not have DMs at all. Okay, let's go away and let's see what we can do with this side. Let's come up. Oh, has it played 11 games already? Enrique, who's he playing for? Scored 2 goals and some assists. Where's he at? He's in Brazil, so their season's already started then. Wow, that's pretty good. Got more than he has done last season. Does he come back? He is with us for another couple of seasons, so hopefully he'll come back to us. One player I probably would like to utilise. Right, okay, let's go away. Let's sort out our formation. Let's have a look, see what players we have got and see if we can bring in anybody else. Because if we look at the transfers... Hang on a minute. What's that about Guendouzi? He's going out. He's going to Lazio in the first... So we got no say-so over that. £11 million. Really? We're letting go Guendouzi? Well, that's just great, isn't it? So with no transfer to talk about, it's been quite a disappointing window. I'm not going to lie. We couldn't sign anybody. We just didn't have enough money. The board didn't give us any more money. I'm assuming the servicing the debt, I guess. I don't know. £90 million in the bank and they don't want to give us any. So there's not a lot we could have done. So we're having to go with what we have. I want to try and utilise some of the younger players that we have got. Wittner, Ndeye and Rongier. We're going to try and build around them 3 players. Although Rongier is 28 years old. He will need replacing at some point, but he's the youngest out of the midfielders that we have got. So I want to use him and see how well he does. Already he has improved quite a bit. Wittner scored 5 goals for us already in the league or in cup competitions as well. And Ndeye's 3 goals as well. A lot of other people have scored goals also with using this formation. It's the best one we could come up with, really. There's a couple of DMs, although one DM is playing a Volante. I don't even know what that word is. Segundo Volante, not Segundo Solante. The other way around. But yeah, we're using that position in the DM role. Longer as a ball-winning midfielder and support. We have got Ndeye as a shadow striker and Wittner up front. Playing in their best positions, their preferred positions. That's what we want them to use. We are using 2 complete wing backs and a libero at the back, which seems to be working very fine. It seems to suit one of our players really nicely. I'm not sure which one it was. Mbemba, possibly, I think it was. We are having a few issues with one of our players, Ndongbia. He keeps getting injured, so he will need replacing. We couldn't do much this season because every player that we looked at was too expensive. Saying that, the results have gone our way. I'm really excited about this season, to be fair. Servette got hammered at 12-3 over the 2 legs in the third path qualifying round of the Champions League. We played Rangers, we beat them 1-0 away and smashed them at home 5-0. Wittner getting a brace in that one. The league, however, is a little bit different. We did beat Reims 2-1. We lost to Metz and then we beat Brest. So really odd few results there. Expected a couple of hammerings though, to be fair. The Champions League, we have picked up Sevilla, Porto and PSV. I'm expecting us to get out of that group. If we don't, it will be a poor showing. We are lying in 7th position, but that's because of goal difference and that 1 loss. Other than that, we're not that far behind everybody else and we played 1 game less. So we will be up there or thereabouts. PSG have lost a game already. And that was to Lyon. Okay, and they're in line in 3rd spot. And they've lost to Nice. And Nice, they haven't lost yet. Okay. Pre-season sees us at 11-1 now to win the league. Kondogbia and Lodi have reached the Dream 11, which is fantastic. Straight off the bat, I'm excited. Wittner and Harry are players to watch also. I don't think there's anybody else. There isn't indeed. So let's get on to our first season. Let's get this season simulated and let's see how we do. So 3rd place finish our first season. Very disappointed, to be perfectly honest. Finishing 18 points behind PSG and 9 points behind Nice in 2nd. Wow. I didn't expect that, I have to admit. We only conceded 32 goals though, which is the second least in the league behind PSG, who only conceded 23. 69 goals scored, second highest in the league, so that's a plus, but we still don't end up getting in the top 2, which is absolutely amazing. Maybe it might have something to do with the formation, or maybe we push the DM up to midfield so we're all attacking. I don't know. Maybe it's something we will have to look at. Just look at them positions a little bit closely as well. And as a result, we really didn't get anybody that really stood out. Rongio got 13 assists, joint top in the league. Lodi got 12 yellow cards. And Lopez, our goalkeeper, got 12 clean sheets, which isn't too bad at all. So we started off okay, just that one defeat. Then we lost another one to Nice. We did beat Havre 5-1. Monaco 5-0 away from home. Wow, that's a pretty good result. We had a good few runs. Did we play PSG? We beat them 2-1 away from home. And then the turn of the year, 4 defeats inside just over 2 months. Montpellier, Clermont, Monaco we lose at home 1-0 to Amsterdam. Games we should have won. 5-1 against Nantes, a couple of draws. PSG we drew. We didn't even lose to PSG and we don't end up winning the league. That's bitterly disappointing. We do have a good finish to the season as well, just that another loss taken. The French Cup, we almost got ourselves another trophy. We lose to PSG, so we don't lose to them in the league. We lose to them in the cup final. At least we got to the cup final. Champions League, 2 wins and a draw and 3 losses. Losses to Sevilla twice and PSV. We beat Porto and drew with them and beat PSV. Yeah, that home loss to Sevilla, that kind of ruined it for us in the end. We ended up finishing 3rd and going down into the Europa League, of which we don't get any further. We lose to Brighton 3-0 in the away leg. Squad wise, not bad. 5 players in double figures, that's not bad at all. Wittner, 25 goals, 4 assists, 14 for Ndeye, 14 and 14 for Harrit as well. Was he a winger? Wow, that's amazing. He's only 26 years old as well. Fantastic stuff. Saar as well, 13 and 9, which isn't too bad. 10 and 7 for Kondogbia, but again, he's injured. How many injuries did he have this season? He is now 31. Let's have a look at history of the injuries. So, I mean, look how many injuries he's had. Okay, since the start of the season then. So he had a tight groin, twisted ankle, a bruised ankle, hamstring. Twisted ankle and hamstring all in the same month. And now he's just broken his lower leg. Unbelievable. Yeah, I think I think he'll be a player we would need to offload. No matter how good he is, if we can offload him for some money, then we could potentially use that to bring in some other players. But other than that, a goalkeeper, not bad as well. Lopez, not bad though, to be fair. What happened to Blanco? They only played the 1 game. Financially, they are giving us £30 million and we've got 157 in the bank. What? I do believe we have to ask for some money. Oh, that's just, that's just disappointing. Next season's budget, which is £9 million, but wow, £30 million. No wonder they're rich. They're being very, very tight. So let's go ahead and spend some of this money and see if we can offload Kondogbia at the same time. Right then, this window has been busy, busy, busy. We send out the door £36.5 million worth of players. Klaus has gone to Feyenoord for £15 million, an offer we couldn't really refuse for the 31-year-old. Lazio pick up Guendouzi, which was a transfer that was already sorted from last season, 11.25. Veretout has gone to Anderlecht for 9.5. Aubameyang, we finally get off the books, 150 grand gone a week, to Empoli for £500,000. I just wanted him gone. He was 34 years old, 35 years old. Probably got another year left in him before he retires, I guess. But £500,000, I'll take it. Thank you. And Nadir, I think it was just a left back or a defender of sorts. The first player we bring in is a defender, Beraldo. £12 million, I think it was, from SPO in Brazil. Looks really nice. 20 years old he is. A lot of potential. You could argue he could be a wonder kid. I don't know. But at the back, we can definitely grow him and make sure he gets his potential up there. Just a young player. I want to see how these young players cope in this division. For £12.5 million, it was on the transfer market from PSG. Since we're going more attacking this season, we're not having a DM, we're going just 2 midfielders and pushing everybody up virtually. Wanted somebody that's got a lot of experience in this division and hopefully take a player off one of our rivals. But since they were selling him anyway, who better to come to than us? From Torino for £7.5 million, we bring in a right back, Bellanova. He can play on the wing, but mainly for right back purposes. Because we've lost Klaus, we needed another right back. And 24 years old, again, another player that's got some potential. He's very pacey and very quick, and he can cross the ball as well, so that's going to help us in that complete wing back position. From FC Nantes for £8 million, we bring in a goalkeeper. Yes, we've decided to bring in another one. In 25 years old, our other 2 goalkeepers are nearing 30. They could do the job, but I wanted somebody here for the long term that we can put in, nurture, and don't have to worry about that position at all. He's only conceded 2 goals in 4 games, so relatively happy with that. And from Salzburg for £16 million, we do bring in a wonder kid. It's Oscar Glauc. £16 million. That was the rest of our budget that we had in from the player sales as well. 1 goal in 4 games already for us. He 5 in 27 from Salzburg, and Maccabi Tel Aviv 7 in 25. He's already growing. £139 million worth already. What a bargain. 20 years old. I think he's just one of these wonder kids that just grows and grows and grows. Him and Esposito, I think in that position, I couldn't get Esposito because we couldn't afford him. So at least we have 1 wonder kid and, well, another 20-year-old really, to be fair, with some potential. Doesn't really look much at the moment, but definitely can do the job. Good at passing. He's got decision-making composure. He's got vision. He can shoot as well, actually, to be fair. Good first touch. Dribbling's brilliant. Well, he's the whole package. And hopefully he'll grow as well into a 5-star player. And who knows, PSG might come knocking on the door and offer us £150 million for him, which case we probably would have to take it, unfortunately. So with them transfers done, we have locked in Lafont, Sanchez, Rongier and Glauc, because if we do pick the best 11, I think Kondogbia does nick the spot. He does. He keeps getting injured. I don't want to be playing him. We couldn't offload him. £54 million for a 31-year-old. He's still got another couple of years left on his contract, actually, so we could offload him next season if need be. But I think it'd be pretty good for a backup though. But other than that, everybody is where I would expect them to be. Bellerdi, Beraldo at the back. Then we've got Bellanova, Lafont, Lodi. Our front 4 look fantastic, and there's quite a lot of players travelling from international duties. Pre-season went okay. There's just the 1 loss right at the very beginning. Then we found our footings. The league started with a win over Montpellier. We did lose to PSG, but beat Toulouse and Lyon. In fact, we actually smashed Lyon with goal for nearly everybody. Kondogbia did play as well, so and he scored. The Champions League phase, we have drawn Barcelona, Union Berlin, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, Lazio, Ferencváros, Arsenal and Inter. We're lying 3rd in the league so far, just the 3 points behind PSG, who are 4 for 4 and of course who beat us. But as long as we maintain this, then we should be there or thereabouts once again. And the season preview has us at 20-1. And unfortunately, none of our players are in here. But we have got Glauc to look out for with Kondogbia as well. He may yet get some game time. Who knows? We'll see. But with the injuries that he is getting, we have to move him on. But we couldn't really do it this window because he was injured. So yeah, he's now come out of injury. And it was too late to do anything about it. So let's simulate our second season. Fingers crossed we can do better than last. Well, what can I say? We've won the title. Our first title since 2010. 15 years later, we finally grab it back from PSG. And it could also be to do with stealing Renato Sanchez off PSG as well. What a bargain that was in the end. But look at them stats though. We only lost the 1 game, and that was very early on in the season. I think it was our second game against PSG. I think it was the 1-0 loss, wasn't it? It was 1-0. We didn't look back after that. That is absolutely amazing. We nearly messed things up, however. 8 draws to PSG's 5. But look at the last 5 games of the season. We won all our 5. PSG lost their last game of the season and drew a game. So if they'd won them 2 games, it might have been a different matter. We might have been in second spot. We had same goal difference. We scored more. We conceded only 27 though. Oh, that is a fantastic season. Love to see how we've got on with the rest of it though. Okay, second game of the season against PSG, like I say. The only loss of the season. Lyon we won 5-1. Only Monaco 2-2 draw. A couple of big wins there. January, just the one game in January. 0-0 with Toulouse. Lyon we draw 3-3 away from home. Amazing. Did we not play PSG again? Oh, we battered them 4-1 at home in the last game of the season. Wow. Yeah, that probably would have been the decider though. But wow, 4-1. Oh, 6-0 and a 5-3 there, though. There's big scores. Bordeaux and Rennes. But the 4-1 victory over PSG. Glauc with a 12. Ndeye with the brace. And Bellanova. The French Cup, yeah, Elise said about that. The better. We bow out in the 9th round against Monaco. The Champions League, however, wow. We get off to not a great start against Barcelona. We do go 4 unbeaten. Union Berlin, we beat Tottenham. Chelsea smashed 4-0. Wow. Lazio 3-3. Then we lose to Ferencváros, Arsenal and Inter. To be fair, I expected a win against Ferencváros. And then we lose to Arsenal after losing to them in the group stage. We played them in the playoff round and we lost 2-1 in both games in that as well. So very unfortunate to come against English teams in this round. 3 English teams in the group stage and then an English team in the knockout round. It just seems like the odds were against us in this one. So squad wise, Harit 19 goals, 12 assists, 14 for Wittner. So he did play, but he only played 26 games. We need to get him playing at top. We may need to lock him in, but 3 assists as well. Ndeye 12 and 2, Sarr 12 and 9, 10 and 6 for Glack as well. I mean, that's amazing. And Ruslan and Mlinovsky. I do apologise if I've butchered that though, but 8 goals and 5. I mean, it's pretty solid though. Rongier, he gets 11 assists. Kondogbia, he did play 7 games, 34 off the bench, 4 and 6. Still a decent contribution though. If somebody comes in for him, I wouldn't be adverse to letting him go. Ruslan will probably have to let go as well. £10 million. Anybody want? Oh, somebody's out wanting him. Fiorentina and Real Hispalis. Nice. Sanchez 6 and 6, pretty good. Yeah, all our players we locked in did reasonably well. They've grown quite a bit as well. Glauc, let's have a quick look at his development because he's turned into a 5-star virtually almost already. Let's go with development progress. Okay, so if we have a look at his attributes all time, they are going up. They are going up, and he's only 21 years old. Beraldo, how did he do? Not too bad. 3 assists, though. Let's have a quick look at him. Is he developing? He's got a lot of potential. Keep with him, I think, because they obviously did well. Let's have a look at his progress as well. Bit indifferent to Glauc, though, to be fair. So going into next season, wow. Look how much money we have. £193 million, and they're giving us 40. They're bloody tight arses. They really are. So for next time round, can we ask to increase the next budget? Because they're only giving us a guaranteed 10. And we have got another £250 million. 250, I wish. £250,000 a week in the transfer budget as well. We can get a couple of more good players in there. I think we could retain this first spot for quite a while. Fingers crossed. So our first signing to talk about is Luka Sucic, 22-year-old midfielder, and boy have we picked up a bargain from Salzburg for £14.5 million. It's hard to believe we've had him now for two months, I think it is. He's literally grown so much in that time already, and his physicals look really nice. His acceleration and pace, perfect for the midfield. He's got very good dribbling skills. Off the ball skills is pretty good as well. Work rate's fine. Vision. Everything you need for a midfielder, I think. And at 22 years old, he's definitely going to grow into that position. And from Bologna for £38 million, by far the most we've spent and literally the rest of our budget. Victor Christiansen, we wanted another left back, a complete wing back actually, who had scouts picked him up. Ignore all the arrows that are pointing down, but look at them stats. He looks pretty stacked. £38 million. He's worth 107 now already. Again, we had him right at the beginning of the transfer window. So we've had 2 months with these new players and they just look absolutely superb. Again, 22, definitely one for the future. We also let go of some players as well. Ruslan Mlinovsky goes to Everton for up to £6 million. Lopez goes to Leicester for up to 5. We also lose Murillo as well to Gimgam for 2.3 and a couple of other players going out on loan. Tactically, we've only made one change to the positions, and that is Sucic. He's coming in as a DLP, playing alongside Sanchez. That is the only change. It just suits him and him only, I think, out of all the players that we have got. Although Kondogbia can still play in any role in the midfield because he's just superb. But he is 32 years old, so we couldn't offload him this season. Hopefully next season and bring in some money for another player. But if either of them get injured, him and Rongier can slot in quite comfortably. And our results speak for themselves. We did lose to PSG though in the Trophy de Champs, so that's the first trophy of the season gone. We couldn't get that despite having a heroic season last season where we beat them in the last game of the season to win the title. We just couldn't replicate it in this season. However, the league did get off to a great start, beating Nice 2-1, 7-2 against Nantes, 1-0 against Lille and 6-0 at home against Angers. Our home form looks superb. Very excited to see what this season brings. Hopefully we might be able to go a little bit further unbeaten maybe. Champions League, we have been drawn against Benfica, Shakhtar, AZ, Inter, Salzburg. Wow, okay. Celtic, Napoli and Manchester United. So that's going to be a tough group to get out of. We are lying top of the table, however, 4 for 4. Same with PSG, just cannot get away from them. However, we have scored more goals than them. And the season preview sees us not toppling PSG yet, but we are 15-1 now to win the league. PSG 1-4. We have got Christensen and Glauc in the Dream 11, which is fantastic. So let's get on to our 3rd season, I think it is. And hopefully we can retain the title, beating PSG, and maybe a domestic cup as well, and do better in Europe. We finished in 2nd spot though. A bit disappointed not to retain the title, but despite PSG losing the final 2 games of the season, we couldn't catch up with them, unfortunately. 6 points the difference. It's not bad. We're still running head to toe with them. It's just that we're drawing far too many games. Last season we were pretty lucky by beating them last game of the season. This season kind of looks a little bit different though, unfortunately. But 82 goals scored still scoring plenty of goals, and 32 conceded only. So the 3rd best. In fact, Monaco conceded 30. Wow. Belanova and Sucic, our 2 new our 2 new signings, leading the way for assists. Sanchez and Belanova leading the way for yellow cards as well. And Lafont, most clean sheets in a season. That's phenomenal, and still we finished 2nd. So despite only losing 4 games in total, we lost 3 in the first, before the end of November. 3-0 to Strasbourg there. Wow. 2-0 to Reims and Rennes. But we didn't lose again until we played PSG in April. So we had a good run once again in the middle. A 6-0 win over Metz there. Fantastic. ASSE 4-0 there. Nothing could replicate the good start that we had though at home. Did we lose at home any of our games? So we lost them 3 away from home. And we lost away. All our games were away from home. Nantes 1-0, 4-1, 4-1. We had a good finish to the season. That's a good thing as well. But that loss to PSG probably did us, and the draw as well. French Cup, we only get as far as the 10th round, losing on penalties to Lorient. Disappointed not to get any further in that after a good 3-0 victory over Lyon. Champions League, however, we do get further. We get to the round of 16 this time after going through the league phase, the playoff, and then 16. But we played Barcelona and we got absolutely humbled. 8-4 though. 3-2 victory at home, but a 6-1 thrashing away from home, which seems to be the problem that we've had this season, unfortunately. But we did have a good showing in the league phase. Benfica would draw, AZ would draw, Napoli would draw. We did beat Shakhtar, Inter, Salzburg, Celtic, and we lost to Manchester United 5-2. Wow. But Villarreal we beat 5-1 over the 2 legs, which is quite Quite an achievement. Just out of interest, we finished in 10th position. 1 point off an automatic spot to the round of 16 where we could have avoided Barcelona. Saar, top goal scorer. Glauc, 14 and 14. Harit, 14 and 7. And Wittner, that's disappointing. I think at this point in time, we're going to have to look for another striker, I feel. He's just not scoring enough, especially when those around him are doing the job. 18 assists for Sucic, though. 12 and 18. That is phenomenal from, I'm not sure where he played, actually. Midfield. That's super. Oh, look at that 5-star. Wow. Glauc as well. We've got some very good players. I mean, he's only 23 years old. Let's have a quick look at his progress this season. Wow, yeah, he is definitely growing. That's phenomenal. Acceleration and pace, wow. Assist-wise, though, Sucic, we got Bellanova, Glauc, Christensen as well. 5 goals, 9 assists. That's not bad from that position as well. And Lafont, 59 goals conceded and 49, but 17 clean sheets. That's pretty good going. He's only 27 years old as well. I don't think we look to replace him at this point in time. So let's have a look at the money-wise. £30 million we've been given. Interesting. Might be able to bring in a couple of more players. Definitely a striker we need to look out for. But 227, we're going to make a board request as well. As really, they're not giving us any money at all, are they? They're being really, really tight. I suppose £137 million. I mean, there is no net debt because of how much money we got in the bank. We're not going to be flush with money, are we? Really? That's just that's bad. We made £67 million this season as well. Start off our transfer business this winter. We're bringing Francesco Pio Esposito. We've brought the striker in. We're aiming to go and get the brothers. I'm still want to try and get all 3 in a team eventually. It may be with a bigger club, I don't know. But for now, going into our 4th season, it may be a little bit too late to think about that option. However, we bring in 21-year-old Esposito, cracking striker, 5 goals in the league in 5 games already, which is absolutely phenomenal. He scored 3 for Inter in 19 games. But we bring him over for £25 million. 21 years old. Wittner's not doing the job up front. I'm bitterly disappointed in him. I expected a little bit more, but he will do as a backup. And from one of our rivals in the same league for £25 million again, we bring in 20-year-old Bastien Mapayu. Apparently he's a wonder kid. Centre-back, 20 years old, can play alongside one of our other young defenders. Cracking potential yet again and growing all the time. He can head the board. He's got great anticipation, which is going to be pretty good, and he's quite pacey, so he'll do wonders for us at the back. Quite excited to see what he can do and see how well he progresses. And finally, on a free transfer, 24-year-old Spanish under-21 player Gabri Veiga. I can't believe he was free transfer. His just contract ran out and he was available. Scouts picked him up and yeah, we just went, yes please. And 24 years old as well, plenty of time to grow. Great, well, he's probably at his potential now, but he can still go a bit further, I think. Composure, off the ball, vision and work rate. I mean, and he can shoot from long distance as well, so I might put him actually on long shots also. But 5 games for us already, and I think he's steadying our ship. We do, however, say goodbye to Jeffrey Kondogbia. Finally goes £30 million actually. He's gone to Saudi Arabia. They were the only ones prepared to pay that much money. Who are we to say no? He's played 5 games, 2 assists for them already. And it's just unfortunate he was on the wrong side of 30 when we came in. So for this season, we're locking in Mapayu, Veiga, Glauc and Esposito up front. We did lose to PSG in the Trophée de Champs. Again, disappointing loss, a 4-0 battering in fact. But the league, however, we have 2 draws against Lyon and Nice, but we do beat Montpellier, Rennes and Toulouse convincingly enough. We have been scoring goals and not conceding many apart from the draws. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Benfica, Schalke, Galatasaray, Inter, Young Boys, Bilbao, Milan and Manchester City. So that's going to be interesting. We're currently lying second in the table. 1 point behind PSG. They've dropped points. They lost to Monaco 1-0. So as long as other teams beat them, I'll be relatively happy. And as long as we can keep beating other teams at the same time. We are still second in the table. 15-1 behind PSG. 1-4. And we got Veiga in there. Wow. Okay, he's the only player that can make it into the Dream 11. We have got Sucic as well to watch. And that's it. I'm amazed. That might change next season though. So let's get on with our 4th season. Let's see what damage we can do. And maybe wrestle the title back from PSG. We managed to secure 2nd spot once again. It seems to be a common theme. We have to beat PSG. The gap is widening once again. I thought we were getting better and better, but PSG are just on another level. However, we do score 102 goals, only conceding 30. Again, Monaco. Who have they got in goal? We're going to have a closer look at their squad and see if we can poach a couple of players. Maybe the goalkeeper even. They only conceded 26 goals, which is absolutely amazing. PSG, they're just on another level, like I say. 17 goals conceded, 109 scored, 92 goal difference. That's crazy. However, Esposito beats Mbappe to the golden boot, which is absolutely fantastic. 31 goals for our new signing. That get in. That's exactly what we wanted. Glauc as well gets the same as Dembele of PSG, 17 assists. And our goalkeeper Lafont, 13 clean sheets this time. So our running form in the league wasn't too bad really, to be fair. A 7-1 battering of Strasbourg there. Wow, that's pretty good. The loss to PSG 4-2, so that was our first loss coming in October. 4-0 win over Lille. Monaco we draw 0-0. 6-1 and 4-1 in December. We have a little bit of a blip against Toulouse, Nice, Strasbourg. So we beat them 7-1 at home and we go on lose away from home. That's doesn't seem right. We do lose to PSG again, so we lost both games to PSG, but we do have some good wins either side. A 6-0 over Gimgamp there, 10-0 over Caen. Wow, and 5-1 over Lorient as well. A couple of draws where we would expect to win. Bordeaux, Toulouse, Rennes. 10-0, wow, is that a record for ourselves this season? Pretty good. I mean, overall, we're scoring goals. We just can't beat PSG. We do get to the French Cup final and we win that 6-0 over Montpellier. I mean, it's a rout, absolute rout. We can't win the league. However, we do pick up a trophy either way. So that's our 2nd trophy, I believe, of this rebuild. Amazing as it sounds, we just can't beat PSG. For some reason, they're just invincible. Either we go and poach a couple of their players, which would cost a lot of money, especially the wages as well, so which puts them out of our price range. But there is Monaco to look at, I think. Conceding less goals than ourselves. 2nd best in the league. But we're scoring goals. Sucic there. Not sure what goal that is, though. But we just, we're flying at this point. I think, is it 5-0? Ball straight across. That's a beautiful finish as well. Along the way, though, we beat Saint Etienne. I realised that who ASSE is. It's AS Saint Etienne. 9-1 against Blausfoot. Brest 2-1. We beat PSG on penalties. The only time we beat them after a 0-0 draw as well. Annecy 4-2. And then obviously the 6-0 win in the final. The Champions League, however, we do get some wins in the league. We lost to Benfica, but beat Schalke, Galatasaray, Inter 4-0. Wow. Young Boys 4-2. Bilbao 2-1. Then we lose to AC Milan, Man City, and then we play Schalke again. They still haven't managed to score past us. We beat them 1-0 and 2-0 in the playoff round, and then we lose to Man City 3-2 at home, doing the damage, which was a 73rd minute winner in the end from Abada. The league phase, we did finish 11th position in the end, 15 points, 2 points off an automatic route to round of 16 where we would have avoided Man City, I think. Did they go on to win it? Let's have a look. Final. PSG go on to win it. Okay, French club go and win it. That's pretty good. Over Liverpool as well. Esposito, wow. I was right to bring him in. 40 goals, 6 assists in 52. That's brilliant. Sucic, 18 and 12. Harriet, he's now 29. I mean, I'm not looking to replace him, but it's a possibility. 17 and 10. Do we replace him? I don't think we do. Vega, 15 and 14. Saar, 15 and 15. Still get some good game time. Glauc as well. 14 and 22. 11 and 8 for Ndeye. 7 players in double figures. That's amazing. Absolutely. I think that's probably the best haul we've had in goals wise, I think, in any of our rebuilds so far. Assists, well, it's just the same as well. 7 players getting double figures in assists. That's Brilliant. Christensen getting 10 assists as well as some goals as well. And Bellanova, 12 assists with 2 goals. So our 2 wing-backs doing really, really well. Our goalkeeper as well, Lafont, who I said we think we may end up moving on or changing for another one. 54 goals in 53. 20 clean sheets. Do we hang on to him for another season? Money-wise, wow. Okay. We've been given a massive £75 million going into the final season. That's wonderful stuff. I'm sure we can bring in another goalkeeper possibly. Maybe think about a left winger, another midfielder possibly, who knows. So with a lot of money at our disposal, we decided to take advantage of it and we bring in Luca Colosio from Southampton for, I think it was £45 million. A lot of money. He did have a lot of potential. His stats are going up slowly but surely, but maybe brought him in for his acceleration, agility and pace. Well, his physicals look amazing. He can cross and dribble as well. He's only 22 years old and he's the perfect replacement for Harry on that left hand side. But already he's worth £138 million. So hopefully his star value will go up as well. From Sporting for £18 million, we bring in Diego Calais. I did say we wanted another goalkeeper. There wasn't that many out there actually, to be perfectly honest. And the 23-year-old Calais came and was available, we decided to poach him. £18 million seems a little excessive. However, he has done wonders. He is improving as well all the time. Great jumping reach and the aerial reach as well. Good reflexes and one-on-ones doesn't look that bad either. Positioning, well, what can you say for a goalkeeper? He's got to be positioning quite well, and his height is 6'4", so no wonder his jumping and aerial reaches are pretty nice. And finally, from Benfica for £17 million, João Veloso to sit in the midfield. He can play in Cameron, but we've got Glauc in there, so we don't want anybody else to take his place. So he's going to come into the midfield. 22 years old. Sanchez is getting a little bit older now. I think he's 29, 30 now possibly. So we're looking to replace him at some point. And we bring in a young version, I think, with a great flair, passing abilities, vision. Physicals look really good as well. He can dribble. We do say goodbye to Papa Gay. Probably the only ones that really we could move along. Mbembe as well. He's gone out on a free. Sheffield United bought Gay for up to £4 million. Some of the other older ones we tried to offload, but they're running out of contract next season anyway. So unfortunately, nobody wanted to pay up. So they're hanging around for one more season. So tactically, we're sticking with the same Vega and Veloso in the midfield. We've got Calais at the back, Mepeo in the defence, Colosio and Esposito up top, who's got 9 goals for us already. Fantastic player. Same with Vega as well, actually. He's pretty good himself, and Colosio's got some goals to his name already. That being said, I'm not complaining about anything. Apart from the first game, we've not really conceded many goals, and we pick up the Trophy de Champs finally after winning on penalties. After a 1-1 draw with PSG. The league, however, we beat Montpellier, Rennes, Reims, Nantes and PSG once again. Things could be looking up this season, but we'll see how that goes. The Champions League, we have picked up Sevilla, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Olympiacos, Fiorentina, Manchester United, AZ and Brighton. So again, it's another tough group to get out of, but I have confidence. We are top of the table currently. 15 points, 18 goals difference already. I mean, that's just, well, what can I say? It's just amazing, isn't it, really? And the season preview, well, I'm not sure whether our odds are slashed. I'm assuming that's like 8.5 to 1 with PSG 2 to 9 now. So their odds, I think, have gone down a bit as well. So we're getting closer. We are getting closer. And we have a few more players in the Dream 11. Christensen, Sucic and Esposito. With Vega as well, another one of our players to watch. So let's simulate our final season. Let's see if we can add to the Trophy de Champs this season. See if we can get the French Cup. Maybe progress a bit further in the Champions League. If we won that, that would be absolutely amazing. And if we can steal the league back off PSG. We did it, boys. We wrestled the title from PSG, and wow, would you look at our goal difference? I've just noticed it. 120 goals scored. We only conceded 28. 92 goal difference. That is just crazy. That's same as what PSG had last season, I think. 85 points as well, which is absolutely amazing. PSG lost one of their games in the last 5, which cost them dearly. Not sure who that was against. Let's have a quick look. Well, we did beat them, but don't know whether that was that game or it was Lyon. But either way, PSG do not win the title when we wrestle it back. So it's been quite a, so far, the Trophy de Champs and the league title, a domestic double so far. Esposito, top goal scorer in the league, 40 goals. What on earth? He also gets second best player in the league along with Sucic as well. Colosio as well, 24 assists. And Sucic with 14. Wow, that is one hell of a kid. Colosio, well, I mean, look at him already. I mean, I'm sure that has something to do with his pace, so it has to be. And Calais, top Golden Glove, 15 clean sheets. We did really well this season. After our run in the league, we did go unbeaten to the end of September. Then we lost to Strasbourg, and then a couple months later, Lille and Monaco. But 3 losses in the first 4 months, I think it is, with straight wins. That's pretty good. Still knocking the goals in though. 6-0, 5-1, 6-0 there. I mean, a very good December, that's for sure. We started dropping points against PSG. Okay, 1-1 away from that. I can live with that. 4-4 with Toulouse, but beat Lens 7-1. Loads of goals. And wow, look at that, the running. That is just amazing. What's a 5, 6, 7, 8? I mean, it's a long run, isn't it? 4 draws and rest wins from December onwards. And look at our running though. Metz 8-0, 6-0 against Reims last game of the season. We literally destroyed everybody. That is a superb season. We've just built a monster of a side. The French Cup, we did get to the final. It is PSG that do win it from us with the Kylian Mbappe 72nd minute goal. I mean, we literally strolled our way through to the final, walked it in, probably put a foot on the pitch, and they gave us a game. I don't know. But that's what it seems like. 5-1 in the semi-final. That is just... I mean, nobody came close apart from PSG really giving us a game. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the treble in the final season, but there is still the Champions League to go for. And the Champions League, we get as far as the quarterfinals. Wow. There's a lot better showing, but look who we beat in the round of 16. PSG. I bet they've had enough of us this season. We thrashed them 5-0 in the first leg, despite losing the second leg, but then we came up against Liverpool, who beat us 2-1 at home, and then we did have a 1-1 draw away from home. Unfortunate not to get past that and go on a little bit of a run. We'll have a look who won it in the second. But we beat Sevilla, lost to AC Milan and Inter, so we lost to the 2 Italian teams. We beat Olympiacos, Fiorentina. We beat Manchester United 5-2. AZ we beat and then lost to Brighton. That kind of makes sense, I guess. We did finish in 12th position, 15 points. So again, we could have avoided PSG, who only just scraped in to the round of 16. But let's have a look who went on to win it in the end. It was Arsenal beating Liverpool. So we did lose to the eventual finalists, but not the winners. But Arsenal doing well to get to the final and winning it. Wow. Esposito is just on another level. Him and Sucic. What a pairing they are. Again, some names I am going to have to put down and make sure we grab them in future rebuilds because they are just absolutely phenomenal. Esposito is definitely on my radar, but now Sucic as well. And Colosio as well. He's only had the 1 season, 23 years old. Banged in 19 goals, 30 assists, 49 goal contributions in 51. Sucic, 21 and 17. He got 38 contributions. And Esposito is just on another level, isn't he? Clark as well, 16 and 17. 13 and 9 for Vega. Harriet came on a few cameo appearances. Same with Ndeye. Doing really well. Veloso, 17 assists. Fantastic. 14 from Bellanova. I mean, our side is just cooking on gas. And a goalkeeper as well, Calais, he did get 21 clean sheets. So he beat Lafont last season's scores, I think. I think he got 20 last season and he's just beaten by 1. 55 goals conceded. He did play all 55 games as well, which is fantastic stuff. Or did he? Yes, I think he did. Staff-wise, well, that's what you probably would expect after winning the double and almost the treble and getting far in the Champions League there. So that's pretty good. I'm really happy with that. So let's have a look at the records and see if we broke any before we close off. So most points in the season. 85 points, season just gone. 24-25, fewest league defeats in season 1. That was our second season, I believe, which gave us a platform to do what we did for the following seasons. 120 goals in the league. That is a record as well for ourselves. Highest attendance, 67,000 against Lyon in the league in October 23. And the highest gate receipts, 3.26 against Servette in the Champions League qualifiers. Wow, not actually in the Champions Leagues. We didn't meet our biggest win though, 19-0. That was in 1933. Wow. Highest scoring game, 10-0 against Ken in 27. Esposito, highest goal scorer, 53. Vega, highest rating player. Oldest player was Aubameyang against PSG. I think that may have been the first or second season before he moved. Most goals by a player in a match. Esposito, 4 against Nantes in the 6-1 victory. Most assists by a player in the league, 30. And Calais did get the most clean sheets off Lafont, unfortunately. So he must have got 20 last season. Calais got 21 this season. Absolutely brilliant. And most player of the awards, Vega with 11. Youngest player was Sternal, 18 years, 116 days against Toulouse in 25. Oldest goal scorer was 34 years, Aubameyang against Nantes before he moved. Sequences, most matches won in a row, 10. Any other thing? No, none of the others ones. And transfer paid was £45 million for Colosio from Southampton. The season just gone. Worth every penny, I think, and I think he can go on for a lot more. Right, a relatively fantastic season. Club Vision are our board happy. Spend the original transfer budget. Yeah, they're really delighted with that. Signed players under the age of 23. Absolutely delighted with that as well. So that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It doesn't take much to do so. And it is free. There is a high volume of people watching these videos are not subscribed. So if you would do that, that would help the channel immensely. Smash that like button as well if you enjoyed it and like to see more of this content. Let me know down in the comments as well who you would like to see rebuilt next. And until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.